Monday morning, Living Pain here. Hope you're doing well. I was thinking Monday. Marsha. I think I'm dating myself by using that reference. Most people under the age of 50 probably don't know what it is. Okay, so let's get started with some stats to begin with. So I jumped on the scale today, weighing in at 214.4 pounds, which is a 22.6 pound weight loss, which is pretty good considering coming off of the blowout cheat day weekend and still being down 22.6 pounds, which is pretty darn good. Getting close to that 25 pound threshold. The one thing I've noticed is I went to bed at about 216.8 to be exact, and I'm playing a game now, and I actually won today where I'll go to bed, weigh myself, go to bed, then depending on how much I get up in the middle of the night to go to the washroom, how much I feel I'm sweating, perspiring, to predict what my weight's going to be in the morning. So today I predicted it absolutely right at 214.4. So I win a prize. That's how I start my Monday. That's how I roll, man. That's how I roll. And then I also, because it's Monday, I want to kind of do all my measurements. My body fat, what was it? Yeah, body fat is 28.8%. So I'm still in that, I guess, obese zone until I get, I think when you get to 24, you're in the fat shit zone. Now I'm still in the obese zone. I gotta look at the numbers. And then the other thing I did was I checked my blood pressure. I'm on blood pressure pills, so I wanted to see where it's at. The blood pressure's 128/74 and with a 47 heart rate. So the heart rate's a little higher than what I would normally want. If it's sitting around 42, 44, that's good. The blood pressure's pretty much in line. It should be 120/80. My machine, I think, records a little bit high. And then after my run, I will do my run, I'll come back, it'll be way lower. So it's amazing how much a run will affect your blood pressure. Woke up this morning, coming off of that weekend. Every Monday's the same. I don't want to get out and run. You just don't want to do it. And I know that's why I put on my running stuff. I know that the minute that I get out the door, that my attitude will change. What I'm trying to do right now is mentally determine what running route I'm going to take. Because often when you determine the running route you're going to take, you try to pick the running route in your mind's eye that's going to be the most enjoyable. And if you can get a running route where you go, oh, that's going to be enjoyable, then immediately your run becomes enjoyable. Often if you do that same route over and over again, I find for me it's not enjoyable. So I like to try to change up. Like yesterday, my long run, not long runs, Saturday's run, I go in one direction, and then today I think I'm going to go in the other direction, maybe go more through the park and change it up so it's a different piece of scenery. Anyway, man, I can't even talk. Anyhow, I'm going to finish my coffee, which on my coffee today, I'm having one of those days. I forgot to put the cup underneath the coffee maker, and before you know it, the bottom pan's all filled up, and I had to dump that out. And yeah, so the day started off kind of strange with the coffee. Okay, I gotta have my coffee, have another glass of water, and then head out on my run. you know, when you don't want to do it, sometimes you have the best runs. I wouldn't say this was the best one, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. You end up just finishing it off and feeling good about it. I did about 9.3K, about an hour. That's what I try to do on these runs, is about an hour. And yeah, you know what? The one thing about running and biking and everything else is it's a form of meditation. A lot of people will do meditation, or they'll do yoga or something along that lines. And sometimes people sitting in the shower, having a shower, is their form of meditation. For me, exercise, biking, running has always been my meditation, where you just, you know, I don't know, the endorphins are going, brain chemistry, and you can just get into thinking. And in fact, sometimes when I have a problem or I'm trying to think through something, and you know, even if I'm running with a headset, or I'll take it off, you know, because I'm so into my own thoughts, those are the days that the runs, I can do an hour run and it seems like 10 minutes when you're thinking it all through. And one of the things I was thinking about today was that over time I've always been saying, I've had conversations and I've said, you know, I wish I enjoyed 20 years ago more, or you know, my high school years, or my early work years, or, you know, you can go through everything. I look back, I reflect on certain circumstances where I didn't enjoy them, but yet at the same time I would love to relive them, because at the time you're thinking they're a means to an end, and you know, they were necessary to get through. And you know, some of the stuff I'm referring to is work related. And now I look, you know, and I just go, man, I wish, you know, even, I'll give you an example. When I was a kid in the 70s, we had all this great music, great cars, just, you know, you're playing outside. There was so much stuff that was so different than today's society. And yet I didn't realize how different it was going to be now, and just totally absorb that moment and just go, wow, you know, this was great, and just value it for what it is. On today's run, I was thinking about that, and then it dawned on me, and I don't know why it didn't dawn on me earlier, but it dawned on me that, well, why aren't you enjoying life now? Right now is the time. You know that in the past you didn't enjoy it, or you didn't, it's not that you don't enjoy it, it's that you don't realize how valuable these moments are, and just savor the now. And today it was like, well, why aren't you savoring the now? You learned from back there, and it was like such an epiphany, and I know it sounds so obvious. And it was one of those things where I'm like, you know what, you're absolutely right. I need to just, you know, learn from the past and do it now, because I still have, you know, if I live to where they say you're going to live, I've got 26 years left in me. Because I live pretty hard, I'm sure it's going to be a little less. However, the spirit of it is, let's enjoy. I need to enjoy more now. Savor the flavor, I think, is my new mantra. Savor the flavor. Well, I'm going to savor the flavor. I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm going to have a shower, and then I am going to get back to work. I did a little work earlier this morning.
Well, I got to tell you, exercise is so powerful. This morning I woke up, I felt like a bag of hammers. Didn't really want to run. Was still feeling kind of groggy, feeling the effects of the weekend, my cheat day, which when I do a cheat day, I do a cheat day, right? Or maybe wrong. And by the end of the day, so I did the run, and by the end of the day, I felt absolutely awesome. It was like I was a whole new person, you know, and I worked, it was intense. Mentally, though, just felt like completely rejuvenated. Just awesome feeling, and something that I don't even, you could probably get it by drugs, but it's got more side effects and long-term implications. but a good run or a bike ride is, man, it hits the spot. One of the things that I find that I wanted to mention was even talking about exercise. The other thing that's great is getting it done early. And I've said it before, and I used to train when I was heavy in training. I did training in the morning, and then I would also do training in the evening just because I had to get 16, 18 hours a week of training in. And I find that just training in the morning now that I only have, I'm only doing 7, 8 hours a week, let's say an hour a day, a little bit more. Doing it in the morning is so awesome because you never think about it all day long. You get up, you do it, and then you don't even think about it and you don't even feel like you worked out. So as long as I can, I'm going to definitely continue doing this, and by me changing my schedule where I'm allowed to because of the type of job I'm doing, I really don't start my day until 11 o'clock, which is just awesome. It's kind of like being retired, but not. I still put in the full day. It's just I defer the hours, and it's just awesome. So this weekend, what's my plan? I'm already thinking ahead for the old cheat day, and it looks like it's going to be going back to the smoker, and I'm going to be trying to do a brisket again. That was the first thing I tried to smoke, and I messed it up right at the end, and I am going to go back into doing a brisket. I think it should be fun staying at home, and I'm sure it'll be a lot cheaper. These little bar hops that we've done for the last couple of weeks they're not cheap. By the time you go this place, that place, you have a few cocktails, you give some tips. It's not a cheap weekend, and even though a piece of brisket's probably going to cost me about $150, it's probably still going to be a little cheaper than going out there. Talking about food, so let me just go through what I ate today. So I ate 1,970 calories. So 1970 was a great year, as I mentioned a little earlier. I wish I would have spent more time just absorbing the 70s. And so for breakfast, I had an Egg McMuffin and I had whey protein. I decided I'm going to start, after the workout, start taking some protein to start building up on the muscle a little bit. Now that I'm increasing my calories and I'm losing weight, I was reluctant to do the whey protein in the past because it was adding calories and I wanted to keep the calories around 1,400. Now I'm upping my calories, trying to be around 2,000, 2,100 max. So I'm going back to the whey protein because it'll keep me in that zone. And it's going to continue. I'm going to keep it up around the 2,000, and it seems to be working. I'm going to continue that until it doesn't continue working. So for lunch, I had leftovers. I had a piece of pizza and 2 wings. For dinner, I had chicken breast, Brussels sprouts, and rice. And as a snack during the day, I had my popcorn, and at the end after dinner, I had my cherry pie and ice cream. So all in all, it was a pretty good day. It was, start the day a little groggy, finish the day feeling great, and food-wise, another solid day. Onward, upward, see you tomorrow. Over and out, living pain. Have a good one.